Well, wonderful to be in Cornwall this morning, having come on the overnight sleeper, and I've been having a great time meeting apprentices who are incredibly excited about their future, and that's why a future Conservative government will take the bold action of closing down underperforming university degrees that are letting our young people down, and instead using that money to fund 100,000 new high-quality apprenticeships. That's the best way to transform people's lives and spread opportunity, the best way to deliver a secure future for our young people.
Can you identify any underperforming degrees for us? Name one. And what's wrong with university for so many young people?
Now, university is great and it makes a fantastic option for many people, but it's not the only option. I'm not someone who believes that you have to go to university, and all the apprentices I've been talking to this morning are proof of that, describing it as the best decision they ever made. And what we do know is that there are university degrees that are letting young people down. Independent studies say that around 1 in 5 people who are on degrees would have been financially better off not doing them. About 1 in 3 graduates are on non-graduate jobs. So actually, we are better off providing those young people with the opportunity of a high-quality apprenticeship. The regulator will be given the powers to look at underperforming degrees, looking at the progression rates, the dropout rates, the earnings of people on those degrees, and instead we will use that money to fund 100,000 new apprenticeships. And that's an example of the bold action that I'm prepared to take, because that's how we will deliver a secure future for everyone across our country. And in contrast, the Labour Party are still clinging to the notion that everyone has to go to university, and they want to halve the number of apprenticeships, and that is not the right way forward.
We're here in Cornwall on the election trail in another Conservative seat. Why are you visiting seats that you hold? Are you worried you might lose them at the election? And you are spending a lot of money recently in the last few days. The polls aren't really shifting. What's left in the can for you?
Well, I don't take a single vote for granted. That's why I'm travelling to every part of our country. I've been in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Leicestershire, Staffordshire, today in Cornwall and Devon. And I'm talking to people about the choice at this election. We live in uncertain times, and it's only the Conservatives that have a plan to take bold action, like introducing a modern form of national service, like introducing the new Triple Lock Plus to provide a tax cut for pensioners, like today's announcement of closing underperforming university degrees and using that money to fund high-quality apprenticeships. Those are all bold actions that are going to deliver a secure future for everyone in our country. That's a choice at this election, because the Labour Party have got no ideas and no plan, and that is increasingly clear with every day that goes on.
Turn to Labour. Should Diane Abbott stand as a Labour candidate at the general election on July the 4th?
Look, that's a question for the Labour Party. I haven't been following this whole thing very closely. What I do seem to have picked up is that the Labour Party have been telling everybody that this investigation into Diane Abbott is ongoing. It now appears that it concluded months ago. So really, I guess it's a question for them to clear this all up, what happened when, and be transparent with people about it.
Angela Rayner's now been cleared. Was all that a waste of police time?
No, look, the police are independent of government. It's for them to decide, who and what they're investigating. And my understanding is that they've passed on a file to HMRC, the tax authorities, which again are independent of government. And actually, when it comes to Angela Rayner, what people should know is if Labour are elected into power, Angela Rayner is someone who voted against our nuclear deterrent at a time when the world is more dangerous than it's been at any point since the end of the Cold War. And she's committed to introducing French-style union laws back into our country, and all that will do is cost jobs and damage our economic recovery. And that's the choice at this election. Do we build on the progress we've made with the economy, inflation down, the economy growing, wages rising, or do we go back to square one with Labour? It's the same old Labour Party. Union laws that will cost jobs and damage the recovery, and putting up your taxes. That's what Angela Rayner represents.
A very, very quick final one. You got the sleeper train here, not the chopper, which you've been criticised for. Why the train?
Well, train was great. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've been taking lots of pictures and videos, sending back to my kids and saying we'll be back here as a family at some point. And I'm excited to be out and about in Cornwall and then heading up to Devon later today. And it's already been a good start, talking to young apprentices about their futures. They're excited about the journey they're on. I want to make sure more people have the opportunity that they have. And that's why we're going to close down underperforming degrees that are letting young people down, use that money to fund 100,000 more high-quality apprenticeships. It's another example of the bold action that we're prepared to take, working through our plan to deliver a secure future for everyone in our country. And in contrast, we just don't hear any new ideas, any plan from the Labour Party. The choice of this election is increasingly clear.
Prime Minister, thank you.